Hi, I'm Pat Hodges of the infamous group Hodges, James, and Smith.
I met Mickey.
I met Mickey like 1969, 1970, when Danita James, who I had known for like years since elementary school, called me and said, "Hey, you want to join a group?" I said, "Sure." And we had sung together in some other groups too. So she said, "Come on board. This is a great group. Mickey Stevenson is a wonderful guy, da 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 da." So I said, "Okay." So she called me and I met Jessica, and then I met Mickey.
What was your impression of Mickey when you first met him?
That he was old. Because he had gray hair. His hair was completely gray. And I said, who is this guy? You know, not being, knowing about Motown and all that, I just heard their music forever, but not knowing who was really behind it. So I just said, oh, wow, this is, you know, and he seemed very knowledgeable and he was very friendly. And I said, okay, this could be something good. But when I found out that, you know, he was one of the hardest working men I had ever met. And so he made us work triply hard. He made us work hard. I didn't even know what wood chopping was until I heard it come out of his mouth. And that's what he made us do. We were in wood chopping in the studio, doing backgrounds and doing scales, working with coaches, just to make sure that we had the right vocal timbre. You know, he was amazing, amazing.
It must have worked since you're still doing background sometime today.
Today, sometimes I did something last week. Yeah.
Am I hearing something somewhere?
That was me, I said that. Sorry.
So we could say that Mickey made a major change in your life.
Absolutely.
Okay, say that.
Absolutely. Mickey made a major change in my life. He made a woman out of me. You know, he made a lady out of me. I call him my Svengali. You know, because he taught us about fine wines, fine dining. You know, he took us all over the world, literally, doing shows and from him, he created a sound with Hodges, James, and Smith. You know, you expect sisters to blend together naturally. The timbre of their voices automatically go together because they're family. But to take three individual women that have no DNA together and create a sound, that's work. That's a thing. I mean, that's not an easy job. And the way he made us rehearse, and we just had every single day, we had some kind of musical rehearsal. We had dance. We had drama with his brother, Lonnie Stevens. And we had, you know, choreography. He took us, three women, and turned us into a sound and into a wonderful act. A wonderful act. I'm telling you, I've had some of the best times. And that's how I learned how to put shows together. You know, by working with Mickey. It was incredible. It was incredible what he did. And this sound today, I think, is unmatched. I've never heard three girls that don't have any family relationships sound like Hodges, James, and Smith. He created that sound.
Sing for me.
Let me see. One of Mickey's good ones. Huh? What? Oh, she was trying to tell me a name. It was a song he wrote for a show called Wings and Things. He said, "It's over now. There's no more pretending. It's finished now. the final finale. It's the ending. I can go where I want, whenever I want to. I can do what I please. There's no one to account to. I can hear myself saying it, but I just can't believe that it's true. It's true. See, I had just broken up with my boyfriend. And this man beat me and he treated me like dirt. And I finally made my way to get away from him. And how I did it, I punched him in the mouth and kicked him in the balls. And I sang that song after that. I'd had this huge fight. It was wonderful. I mean, the audience would like, yeah! It was great. Wings and Things, wonderful show, wonderful show.
It's been a long time since I've heard that voice, Pat. It sure is nice to hear it.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. Thank you.
So, what do you think Mickey's biggest talent is?
Songwriting. He writes some of the most wonderful songs, best melodies, best lyrics I've ever experienced. And I had a chance to, and I worked in at least 4 of his plays. And we got a chance to really show off his gift in writing. And I think that's his biggest gift, is writing, songwriting, yeah.
What kind of guy is Mickey?
He a fool. He's a fool, he's crazy. He's crazy, he'll keep you laughing from morning until night. He will, he'll keep you laughing. And then in it, he teaches. How he does it, I'll never know. But the stories and things that he puts together not only makes you laugh, but it gives you an education and it lifts your spirits. It inspires you and keeps you to go on, make you to go on. You know, who would think that even now, after all this time, that we're still going? You know, HJ said, we do sessions together, Jessica and I, and who would think that we'd be still going like this? I mean, who would think? He was inspirational in his craziness. There's definitely a method to his madness, really, really. He was astounding. I love him. Maybe he knows that. Maybe he does.
If you could describe Mickey in several words or in a sentence, what would it be?
A heartfelt, incredible gift to the world. An incredible gift to the world. I have said for a long time, I see all, I ain't, complaining and everything, but I see them talking about all the people on Motown. Oh, they talk about everybody. But they never talk about Mickey. I never hear him say anything about Mickey. I seen him on one of the 25-year things, and he did a little splurge, and it was like really quick. I'm like, what's up with that? All the songs and stuff that he did for Motown. So I just think he hasn't had enough recognition, and I think this is long overdue. I really do.
If there was anything you could say to Mickey, I guess, like thanking him or for what he did, maybe not necessarily to you, but for Motown, what would that be?
What he did for Motown?
For Motown and yourself and other musicians.
Thank you for the years of knowledge. Thank you for making me the great artist that I have become because of him, because of you, Mickey. I thank you for that. And I thank you for not sparing the training. And I thank you for not sparing the discipline, because that's what it takes to make it. That's what it takes to get you through the rough times, get you to the times when you ain't making no money, and showing you how to survive. You can survive in this business. Reinventing yourself and making yourself who and what you need to be. And Mickey taught me that. He put us in the studio. He would leave, and we'd have to do the work. And when he came back, he was going like, it's okay. But thank you for the discipline. the discipline, and the knowledge. Yeah, and I love you. Oh, crazy guy.
It's good for me.
Great.
3, 2.
We were in Milano, Italy, and we were preparing to go on stage. I had never seen that. It was like hundreds and thousands of people. So it was in an arena, you know those arenas that they used to kill the Christians in. And so it was just wall-to-wall people. So we went on stage and we started singing. I think we were singing A Time for Us or something like that. And all of a sudden, somebody said Motown, da-da-da-da-da-da. And people started coming towards the stage. And we're like, so we look at each other, and then we look back at Mickey. Mickey already gone. Mickey already gone. And the people just started coming. They were like crazy, yelling and screaming, yay, you know. And we just started, all we did was bam, turn and ran away. But it was just such an incredible energy. And the people just loved the music. And it was the most incredible thing I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
It was in those big arenas.
Mickey was talking about singing for the troops.
Yes. You know, there was a stage, I forgot who our musical director was at one time, but it was a huge event. The people were, when we got there, it was like this feeling of sadness and you know, being separate, I think, from home. But once we left that stage, they were yelling and screaming and crying, yay, you know, they were just elated. It was just a whole different feeling when we left that stage. And it gave us such an inspiration. It was perfect. It was a perfect day.
How many members of the military were there?
At least 50,000.
Okay, say that whole sentence. Okay.
It was at least 50,000 Marines and Army and soldiers that were there that day. It was at least 50,000. And it was a time where, and everybody was all mixed together. You know, there was a time that didn't happen, but everybody was all mixed together, and it was a wonderful, just incredible arena. Incredible. Great story. Yeah, it was a great time in our lives. Yeah.
Okay. Works again.
Okay.